Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on, well, it's going to be a music episode, but I wanted to talk on creating original sounds versus using pre-made loops. Now, for those that don't really know about music that much, I will give y'all an explanation. So, but if not, then, whatever. I don't know. I don't know who's going to be listening to this podcast episode. I imagine that, some of you guys may not know that much about making music, but I feel like, if you overall know about making music, I can see somebody, overall, tuning into this episode if they're wondering, is it bad using pre-made loops versus using original sounds that you've created. Now, I want to overall kind of give y'all a little backstory about my history with pre-made loops, because the majority of my music has been built off of pre-made loops. Do I feel bad about it? No, because see, here's the thing. If you're just using one pre-made loop and then you're turning that into a 4-minute song, then that I can understand. That's going to be a problem. But if you're using multiple loops and you somehow, some way manage to create a song out of it, fam, I don't see what could be the issue with that. Because I have used Beaterator. There's this old PSP music making program. And I was making music off it. And that's how I even discovered that stuff in the first place, pre-made loops. If I had never discovered pre-made loops, bro, I had just probably been, I probably would have just, learned the hard way of how to create music, original sounds and, my own loops and stuff versus using somebody else's loops. So, no, I had, I remember it was when I was 12. And I think it was, who was it, my mom or my dad? Regardless, one of my parents had bought me that program, Beaterator. It was this program made back then by Timberland. And so for those that don't know who Timberland is, he's a very famous music producer. I mean, he's made music for Aaliyah, Missy Elliott, Justin Timberlake. Where are some other artists he's made music for? I mean, this man, he's a GOAT, all right? He's a legend. When it comes to music production, it's, there's I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of music producers that you guys listen to or know about, and they will say that Timberland is he's an inspirational dude when it comes to just making them sounds and stuff. So anyways, but yeah, so I had, I went ahead, got that program, and I didn't really know, what it was. At first I thought it was a video game, but then once I got it and I realized what it was, I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of just was, listening to a bunch of different, sounds and loops, and mind you, I had no idea about, how to make music. I did not know. So I was just kind of fooling around, seeing what I can, come up with. And I think, the first song that I ended up coming up with is the first song that I posted on my YouTube channel, which is this song called Def 101. If you go to my main channel, TMossBoss, and you look up Def 101, you can just search up TMossBoss Def 101, 101. You'll find it. And that was the first ever song that I've ever created. And I was only 12. That's the thing. I was only 12 when I did that. So that's why I'm trying to think, when did that game come out? Or music program? Because if it came out before, I might have even been younger than that. Beaterator. That game came out in September. Okay, so no, yeah, September 29th. So yeah, it was past my 12th birthday. So yeah, I was 12. Fam, I was 12 when that game had came out, or music program. So anyways, 12 years old, creating music. And then just, you know, as the time progressed on, I was just creating more and more and more. So anyways, eventually it did get to a point where I had discovered like other music programs. And I think the second, so I remember when I started getting into music, my uncle, he told me about FL Studios. So, because my uncle, he also made music and stuff. So, anyways, I swear, man, I come from like a music background. Like I got because I'm trying to think. My dad, he just more so listens to music. I don't think he ever did. It wouldn't surprise me if he did. I mean, like I feel like the man, he could come up with some good stuff. Because there was even a day I remember he was sitting down telling me about making music, and I'm like, bro, my dad used to be a DJ or something. Like, how does he know these things? Like, he was telling me things, and I was like, bro, I thought, like, only I knew about. But it's like, no, like, he knows. And so, whether he heard it from my uncle or he just knows himself, regardless. But that, and then my mom, she used to sing in the church. So, yeah, like, music, it runs deep in my blood, man. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, at some point in time, I know I would have had to create a song of some sorts. So I went ahead, I was like kind of just looking around because I think actually, did my PSP stop working or did I just stop using it? I think I stopped using it. And then I also had sold, because this is at a time when GameStops was still taking like PSP games and stuff. So anyways, I sold Beaterator. I think I got it back at some point in time to make more music, but I remember I did sell it at some point in time. And then eventually that's when I had found out about this program called Magic's Music Maker. And Magic's Music Maker is pretty much was Beaterator and stuff, just a little bit more advanced version of it. So anyways, what's going on? Getting a text message. Hold on for a second. All right, I'm back. So, but anyway, so yeah, that's when I started using Magic's Music Maker. Was using that, kind of like fooling around with it, pretty much just giving it the Beaterator treatment and stuff. So then I started making music off of that, and I feel like I made some pretty good songs. Like, bro, I could think of like one song that I made off of there called Explode, and bro, that's still like, so I had to say, like, off of Beaterator, the best song that I had created off of that was this it was a remix of a song that I had made called Far From Over. So I had like the Far From Over remix. In my opinion, that was like the best work that I've ever done on Beaterator. And then Explode, I made that off of Magic's Music Maker, and I was like, fam, this is good. I like this. Like, and and it's crazy, just like you could get all these different loops and then you can just make something so magical, So like, if anything, I feel like that, because I know people look down upon that, they look down upon using like pre-made loops and stuff. And I'm like, if you want to get started off into making music, that's how you get into making music. You use some pre-made loops, make the best out of it, and then eventually work your way up to just creating your own original music and stuff whenever you feel comfortable, and you take all the time you need to take. I mean, it's like, it ain't like, the thing is this, with music is never gonna die off. So you can take all the time that you want to take in the world, that in your lifetime, whatever, on when you really want to get like super serious and just like really start making some stuff and things. But anyways, so I was using Magic's Music Maker for a little bit, made some music off of that, and then eventually I stopped using that. I remember I asked for FL Studios at one point in time for Christmas. And so the thing was, like, that's why I didn't know about FL Studios, and that's the reason why I didn't really get too serious into FL Studios, because that's pricey. Like, when you look at some of these high ends, like, they got Ableton Live, FL Studios. I'm pretty sure there's some other ones that, cost a lot of money. But FL Studios is mad expensive. I mean, you're at least spending $500 if you're trying to get, like, the best of the best. Yeah, I think their highest one, or highest, like not app, but program, because it's the same program. It's just that they give you more like not material, but like more ways of making music. And I think the most expensive FL Studio package, let me check real quick. All right, so that shop, oh, they actually have went down in unless I just don't know. But anyways, so I got So I have the producer. So yeah, I bought the producer. Well, actually, no. So my mom had bought me the Fruity edition, FL Studio Fruity, and that's only $100. But you really, the funny thing is that it doesn't matter which one that I have. I'm gonna make the best out of it. With Beaterator, beginners, like, kind of program. You don't really, it's like, it's on the PSP. Like, for those that don't know, like, the PSP was like that handheld PlayStation device. So I was making music off of that, and then I was making music off of a laptop that wasn't even really equipped to do nothing, and then eventually, I worked my way up to using FL Studios. And I remember after kind of just having FL Studios for a while, I had bought this like a music pack. So there's this music pack that comes with like all these different sounds and samples. So the thing is this, like, I know people probably would ask, like, how do you make a sound? And I think that's something where it's like, you gotta go into a studio and actually make a sound and stuff. Like, so if you want to like get like a drum kick, you're gonna have to like go into the studio and then like record the drum kick and then change the audio. I'm like, rather than doing that, I'm like, I'd rather just go and buy like a drum kick sound. But FL Studios, no, it comes with like some sound, so you can like change it up yourself. Like, no, FL Studios is like the high end, like, this is what like Metro Boomin and freaking, all the other like high end, music producers and stuff. Somebody like probably like DJ Khaled, like I wonder if he uses FL Studios. I think Metro Boomin, I think he does. Does DJ Khaled use FL Studio? It wouldn't surprise me. So there's so somebody comments, Spark. So there's like, but it takes a great producer like me to tell them the sound is garbage, they're fake, they don't fall for that trap. He added, many producers spoke up and took a stand against Khaled, including Hit Boy, who explained that he actually used FL Studio to produce some of the We the Best Mogul's biggest hits. Also, so it sounds like DJ Khaled is against FL Studios. Dang, so this came out last year. So there's like, DJ Khaled faces backlash for a resurfaced interview saying producers using programs like FL Studio and Logic have it too easy. Bruh, so it's like, I want to talk on that real quick, because now there's like a whole new, thing done open up within this podcast episode. How else am I supposed to make music? My thing is this, I don't have DJ Khaled. Let's just see DJ Khaled's net worth. DJ Khaled's net worth to 2023. 75 mil. So I imagine that he's probably making a lot more than that, when it comes to music. Because, I mean, you got like streaming sales, you got YouTube views, you got you're making a lot of money most likely. So my thing is this, I'm not DJ Khaled. I'm not making money like that. I'm doing the best that I can. And here's the thing. The fact that I have made great music, and that's one thing, I will never look at any song. Yeah, there have been songs where I'm like, nah, that's not going to work, and I just don't go with it. And I'm like, I'm going to create something better than that. But the fact that I have created good music from Beaterator, Magic's, I think was it called Magic's Music Maker? I feel like it wasn't called Magic's Music Maker. No, it was called Magic's Music Maker. Yeah, no, it was. All right, so anyways, but the fact that I've created good music from Beaterator, Magic's Music Maker, and FL Studios, and I feel like just recently I've really created some good music, and all from scratch. The only thing is like, maybe some sampling, but it's like, all artists do that. All artists, they find something to sample, and then they have it, within their music. You can listen to some. Look at Kanye West. I'm like, that man, he got on Wild 'N Out, and they literally made fun of that man for using samples. But it's like that, bro. That's like how good music, when it's like you can make something into into a song. It's like, bro, that takes true talent. So, anyways, but I'm like, how is you going to get on people for using FL? And I feel like, no, that's something where it's like, okay, how did you start off? I'm like, if you started in an era, because I'm like, let's just overall see how long DJ Khaled's been making music. Because I feel like he didn't really start catching his big break into, that man is 47 years old? Huh, wow. All right, so 1998. So the career, there was like, during his early career, Khaled became acquainted with several young artists, helped them before their breakthrough. These include Birdman, Lil Wayne, and Mavado. One of his first jobs was at New Orleans record store Odyssey, where he met both Birdman and Lil Wayne in '93. After leaving Odyssey, he began DJing in reggae, sound clashes, mixing dancehall and hip hop. His first radio gig. Okay, so you know what? Because it don't really says, like, when he got into, music production and all that stuff. But it's like, okay, so if you're DJing, right? Because I feel like, if anything, it's like, this is me slapping down my Uno reverse card. But I don't have anything against DJs. I have even thought about DJing myself and, like, just mixing and all that stuff. Like, just, random songs and just, just performing at clubs and things. I thought about that. That's something that I genuinely thought about. But no, like, that's like if I were to look at DJ Khaled and be like, you had it easy because you built your name off of remixing other people's music. And it's like, if I'm saying that in a disrespectful way where it's like, oh, he ain't creative, he's just doing his mixing. You're not creating that song. You're just messing around with it. So do you see how dumb that sounds? Because I'm like, bruh, if that's what the crowd likes, that's what the crowd likes. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's something where you cannot get on people about using a program. And I'm like, bruh, that's literally how a lot of us have to make our music. And I'm telling you, like, besides my music, some of the music that I've heard, like, others create through FL Studios, oh my God. Like, it is some, I wonder if that one EDM guy, Excision, does Excision use FL Studio? Excision replied to a user on Twitter about the DAWs he uses, and one of them is FL Studios. Okay, and I'm like, bro, Excision, if you guys listen to that man's music, oh my God, that is some top tier music. Nah, bro, Excision, that's somebody where I'm like, I gotta see if I'm following him on social media real quick, because I'm like, nah, you create music like that, it's like you're honestly, you're on some good stuff. All right, I'm following him on Instagram. I'm not even following. All right, I'm fine. Now I'm following him on Twitter and stuff. But so yeah. Wait. Excision. No, I am. Oh, no, I am. What is this? What is this account? I don't know that account. So I am following him on Twitter. Okay, so I just had to check real quick. But yeah, I'm like, bro, it's okay to use programs to make your music, and I do believe that it is okay to start off using loops, and then eventually work your way up. And yeah, I'm like, so that's what I'm trying to do is like shake using pre-made loops. And no, like recently I've created some music, and I'm like, man, this actually sounds good. Like, this is genuinely me making music. So yeah, I'm like, I'm all for it. And what's crazy is like, bro, I'm literally just using my mouse and my keyboard to make this stuff, man. Like, I'm saying, like, I like how I put myself in challenging, or even if it's not even challenging, if people say it's like that's the easiest way of making music regardless, I'm like, bro, I like to challenge myself with this type of stuff. So I'm like, bro, I don't see how I'm gonna go wrong with it, but I'm like, it's the thing is this. However, if you want to create any form of art, whether you, and it's like, okay, let's say like you're wanting to be a painter. If you want to use your hand, paint brushes, I've seen people, they've used some of the most wildest objects to paint with stuff. It is okay. And that's the same with music. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to use, if you like it, if you approve of it, fam, go with it. So anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 50 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. Here in the car outside. And Kick at TMossBoss. Wait, all right, hold on. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Follow me on all socials at TMossBoss. Follow me on my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. And if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And if you're purchasing any energy drinks or sleep drinks from Poggers, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss, so that will knock 10% off your next purchase. Bro, I don't know how to do podcast episodes no more. I am straight struggling right now. And if you are purchasing any controller accessories from Fatal Grips, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. That will also knock 10% off your next purchase. I almost said make sure, it was like, no, if you're purchasing any, I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. I'm just going to end this episode. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.